Welcome back to what's gonna be my guide of how I play Xin Zhao top lane to a successful level where it's been a success. Yeah, so going right into it, and I mean first and foremost, I think what's important to say here as well is the fact that above all, Xin Zhao is just a very strong champion. You know, he's just a very strong champion normally, like jungle, top lane, regardless. Like you'll never see Xin Zhao, as many of you know, or as many of you will know, you will never see Xin Zhao not be like a strong, viable pick. Because I can't remember any meta in the last couple of years where Xin Zhao has been like a weak champion, because he's just not ever weak. So that's an advantage he has already just by being a strong champion. So that's good. But anyway, let's move on here to runes. Let's talk runes. Yeah, because there's a bunch of different runes you can use. And you see here, these are the runes that I use on him. That I use / have used. So you have PTA, Lethal Tempo, Conqueror for the bruiser builds, the attack damage crit builds where you're going full crit, those kinds of builds. Those are builds where you want to have a precision rune, and then you got for burst damage for assassins in Zhao, you want to go into domination, and you can use Dark Harvest, or if you want to be able to get the Q knock up really quickly, then you can go Hail of Blades. The tush. It auto attacks really quickly with that. You can go Grasp if you want to go. Also Bruiser, you can have Grasp for Bruiser, but you can also have Grasp, or if you want to just go for a super sustained build that will literally just aim to make you survive for as long as possible. That's also very viable, and that's Grasp is really nice to have for. And then last but not least, the rune that I have used least on Xin Zhao by far, I think, is First Strike. But again, that rune will go into some types of lethality builds. So yeah. But then anyway, moving past the keystone runes, I think what's even a really important choice is to either go with Presence of Mind or Triumph, because it won't take long to realize that Xin Zhao top lane, playing Xin Zhao top lane, will make you realize that you have to be really careful with his mana, because you can run out very easily, and when you run out of mana, Xin Zhao, you are just very useless. So you don't want to do that. So unless you're building something like an Essence Reaver or a Tear or a Frozen Heart, something that gives you mana, a lot of times it kind of forces you to go with Presence of Mind. But yeah, but the times where you can have Triumph is really, really nice, and I think anytime that the build you do allows you to go Triumph, I think you definitely probably are better off going Triumph in those kind of instances. But now, enough talk about runes and stuff. And also, one last thing on the runes, right? Like all the other minor runes, that's obviously up for you to decide what you want to have. So, just one last thing there. And now we get into the gameplay here, the example clips here of what I do. And this is in this clip. This clip shows something that I do pretty much every game. I do this every game. I push to get level 2 first against the Ambessa here, because she can't stop me from doing that level 1, and then instantly I look to engage on her before she gets level 2, and you see the trade literally removes I take all her health. So that's what I do. But then you got matchups like Yone. Yone is a matchup where I can't just push aggressively level 1 to get level 2 first, because he kills me level 1, so I gotta play a bit more safe, a bit slower. But here we still end up getting level 2 at the same time. And then you can see the trade from here. I mean, he missed his Q, but I still it's an absolute, the trade is absolutely crazy. you know, the difference there. I absolutely destroyed him in that trade. And you know, it's just kind of a bit of common sense. Like this is like you see, Aatrox uses his first Q, he used his second Q, he missed both of them on me, so I'm gonna engage on him and kill him because he has only one Q left, and then he has no Q, and then after he has no Q left, he's just not very useful. So there's that, and then now we got Gragas. Gragas, a champion that one of the more frustrating champions to face because of his thrust. The fact that his thrust is able to just absolutely stop you in your tracks and prevent you from doing anything when you engage. So it does. It can tend to get quite a bit boring, even though I have got a bit of damage on him here early. But then this is the mistake he made. He just thrust me here, and I haven't used my E, so I can use my E here, go back on him here, and do some more damage, and then that leads to me being able to kill him. Because now I'm gonna get my knock up, and then I'm gonna catch him out, and then I'm gonna kill him because he was low enough. So he made a mistake and I capitalized on it. And here we got another frustrating matchup. Again, it's similar to Gragas, where it can get quite boring. Because it's just the fact that when Teemo blinds you, you literally can't do anything. So here you'll see me here against the Teemo. I'll get the knock up prepped, and I'll catch Teemo out. I'll catch him and I knock him up. I W him, but then as soon as he blinds me, I just run away because there's no point in me staying there to still fight him when I'm blinded. There's no point in doing that. So that's why like it's just quite boring. It can get quite boring to play against Teemo. And then here I'm just working on Bessa to get low on health so I can do my patented I can't say that word. The trademark Xin Zhao dive here. This is like the most easy simple combo on Xin Zhao, where I have the knock up, I just engage on Bessa and then kill her. Knock her up straight away and kill her. So that's pretty easy. And then what I usually like to do in almost every game, and you'll see it in like these example games here, I like to go side lanes a lot. And that is regardless of the build I'm building, because here I'm building lethality here, and you know I'm still going side lanes here. So, and then here I'm building hybrid, and I'm bot lane, side lane pushing. So, and then I also TP to this fight over here, you know, to show that he can also fight, since I can also fight. You know, it's just the kind of cleanup after the fight had already died down a little bit, but you know he can do multiple things. Since I can do multiple things, and again I'm split pushing here when I'm building hybrid again. So I think you get the idea. I just really like to split push and be side lanes, and then here I'm actually building a split pushing build, so that kind of goes perfect with what I like to do anyway. But then here, the good thing about them committing 3 guys to me to stop me from split pushing is the fact that my team is doing Baron, and we get the Baron very easily with not much resistance. So you know that's always a nice thing, being able to pull enemies, and then that allows your team to get Baron, Drakes, and you know that sort of thing really easy. And then this is an example of why I love hybrid, because you can see I'm literally not taking any damage from Ashe. See, I'm literally I was literally healing all the damage she was doing to me. And this is why I love lethality, because I literally just one-shot the Renata, which was really important because that actually allows us to kill Samira for once. Because otherwise with the Renata passive it was really hard to kill the Samira. So. And then here I've got the Bruiser build, the slow Bruiser build with Stridebreaker and Iceborne Gauntlet, so that I'm just like always sticking to my opponents and they just can't really kite me. So that's also a build I really like. And but here you go. This clip here of me literally 3-shotting Yone is my favorite clip for this whole thing, I think. But yeah, all of these builds that have been seen in this video are all the builds I'm building currently at the moment, and yeah, I love each and every single one of them for different reasons, of course, as I think I've shown in the clips in this game, in this video, sorry. And it's actually just nice as well to know that all these different games that you saw a little bit from each of them, we actually won all of them. And keeping in mind the fact that these are all ranked games at a decently high elo, you know, it makes you feel like they actually work. But anyway, the main takeaway from this video is the fact that I just hope that you learned something about how I play, you know, just something. So yeah, anyway, see you next video. Okay, bye.